Okay, can everyone hear me? Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. You can't hear me, Locomai? Okay. All righty. It's probably a glitch or something on my end. So, hi, Amanda. How are you? Okay. I don't know what happened. I probably pushed a button or something. So, just oh, you like the kangaroo better, Patty G? Oh, I might have to bring that back sometime. Okay, let's get to the next one here. We're gonna get to Noodle Mash and Pesky for a minute, and then we can go back to AJ. Okay, is that fine, everybody? Okay, here we go. Here is Pesky. Here's from Noodle Mash's community post, and here's I'm very disappointed in her, to be honest with you, because she sits there hanging out with Hooker, hanging out with revenge porners. And what did Jamie do to her? And what did Tiff do to her? Absolutely nothing. This is what gets me is I think she has this thing that she needs to be popular with everybody. And she just had her and then she just got her feelings hurt because well Jamie just said I'm not getting involved with your beef with Gold Star Mom. And it involved Lufa. Well, everyone may have heard on Siren's stream what Lufa has been up to. So she's no person of virtue. So hey, now she's bullying Noodle Mash just to fit in. Pesky, get a brain of your own. Okay, how many things have has Jamie done for you? And this is how you repay him. And now you're going after Noodle. Get your facts straight, Pesky. By the way, all right. Now this is the next thing I'm going to call out here. Well, I listened to Jamie's words, and the only thing that concerned I felt really sorry. I don't know, sad or whatever when he was talking the one night when we didn't get notifications, and he actually had a point when he was saying if I'm such a sexual predator, why didn't you call the police on me if you had? But these people don't have proof of anything. This is the thing; they just yell it out, but a lot of these people in the community, they just they make false CPS calls. They call the police on people for no reason. They file fake restraining orders against people. Well, I don't think it was a good idea to school them on how to do this stuff. I'm just I'm just being honest here. They don't have they're not the brightest bulbs around here, so yes, yes, Amber. I'm a foot. So Pesky, so here's gonna be here's the next one. Here's the next screenshot. This isn't gonna be a surprise to anyone. Okay? Here we go. Here's Pesky commenting on hookers. What does everyone say in chat on here? Wow, an anti-Semitic remark towards Jamie. I'd assume it's Jamie, the only one that's Jewish on here. So Hooker's saying, I have Jew. I got Jew. So these people like AJ, Hooker, they got all this joy out of calling him Jamie a racist, but they have no problem using anti-Semitic remarks. Hey, just calling it like it is. Hypocrite much, Pesky and Hooker? So it's okay for you guys to use anti-Semitic language, but when Jamie does it and owns the fact that he did it and apologized for it a long time ago, that makes it okay for you to do it, Pesky and Hooker and AJ. Hmm. Yeah. That really puts a bad taste in my mouth when these people own none of their shit. They just blame it all on everyone else around here. Yeah, they go real life on people. They call the police, false CPS calls, you name it. And they have the gall to say this stuff and then call someone out for being so-called racist. Hmm. And then they go around bullying Noodle Mash. Hmm. Some morals you got over there, right? Now let's go to the next here. Need to upload it. Oh wait, downloads. This came from Noodle. Okay, can everyone read that? Okay. Okay. Well, what do we have here, Mrs. Noodle Mash? You're not the queen of the throne of YouTube with your courtroom shenanigans. I hope you're happy with knowing what You made Kelly a blood sacrifice to overthrow the real Natasha, the real Queen Natasha Cooper. Hello, Jess. FYI, Natasha Queen Cooper has her right to speak on your court circus and defend the victim, Mrs. Davenport. Your mod Max is just like you. She's a backstabbing troll like yourself, and she's an egotistical for what I'll never know. So we have Lycan in your chat, the one who humiliated a young girl for content, and you cozying up to him to promote your merch is laughable. Remember, Miss Mush, Natasha is one you don't want to tangle with. Sandra Rivers, who do you think you are? Natasha is not royalty. She doesn't even deserve the title of Your Majesty. She made a circus. Natasha made a circus of the court proceedings all on her own. And then she streams it for her mod chat, allegedly. And then you lie. You sit there and lie about everything. Queen Natasha, you have nothing to be proud of. Really. The victim, Mrs. Davenport? Really? She's the one who's been warned plenty of times. Stay away from Hooker. She's the one who's baiting you. Did she listen? No. She didn't listen. She kept getting baited and baited to get angry, and look what happened. She started making threats towards Noodle. And look what we got. I'm not jumping up in joy for the order. I'm not jumping up and down. Why would we? It's not it's not a laughing matter. Exactly, Patty G. Why is it Noodle's problem if someone breaks the law here? I'm not going to sit here and say Noodle does nothing wrong. That everyone does something wrong. Nobody's perfect. But just sit there and either send to make a comment like this and then go crazy on Noodle, accusing her of either blocking her or deleting her comment is hysterical. Look at it. Look at the screenshot here, Sandra. Held for review, meaning YouTube ate your damn comment. And you had the nerve to go haywall on her? So where's your proof that your Noodles Mod Max is a backstabbing troll? Please. We go by facts here. We don't go by assumptions because too many people get hurt around here. So why can't you just post your proof? Natasha's word means nothing around here anymore. She can sit there and lie about me, Siren, and several others, calling us pedophiles without any fucking proof. She can get mad and get triggered over people not liking her. That's right. She gets triggered over people not liking her. And I was respectful in Robbie's on Robbie's panel the night that I was on with her. And she goes nuts over the fact that I was nice to her, and I went back to my channel and said that I didn't have the gall to start a fight with her. I don't have the right to tell Robbie what to do. So Queen Natasha went into court and made it a circus herself, according to her own admission, according to her own words. And that alleged link, she clicks on it and supposedly, I don't know about this, but she allegedly broadcasted it for her mod chat. That's illegal. That is absolutely disgusting and illegal to do that. So if Natasha did that, she could be in a lot of trouble. But as people know, you can't prove that right now. So
See, when you tell one lie, you got to remember the 100 lies that you told to cover that lie up.
That wasn't no lie.
Be quiet and don't talk.
you see, you tell one lie, you got to tell 100 lies to cover that one lie up. So what's wrong with yes, Jamie. Were you able to hear that, or is that still? Oh, I love that judge. I love that judge. That was actually for some people. Oh, no, 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 Jamie. And this one's actually for AJ. We're going to get back to AJ for a little bit.
I know you want to control this room, but this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom, and you will answer my questions. And stop. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no?
See, she has to have it. She thinks everything's a Burger King, and she could have it her way. Exactly. She is like a Judge Judy. That judge is like a Judge Judy. She's in Michigan and she don't put up with people's shit. She's the one who sentenced Larry Nassar. She's the one who had that sentencing hearing. She's the exact same judge. Yup. So with AJ, here's the thing. She sits there. I'm not going to sit here and say Robbie's 100% innocent at the beginning, because he wasn't. He's the one. Okay, let's put it this way. Robbie and AJ went back and forth. They called each other names. AJ said some nasty things. I'm sure Robbie did too. Right? They both admit this. They both admit this. But here's the thing. He said the second thing on her restraining order. He said the second item. He said that to Shipwreck Beck. He said that to Shipwreck Beck. Okay? So, in legal theory, Shipwreck Beck, if she had a problem, she would have to file the papers. AJ had no right to take that comment that was said to Shipwreck Beck and say it was told towards her. So that was a misleading lie she told to the court on those papers. And the first threat or whatever was to take legal action. That's not an actionable threat. So then she just got mad. AJ just got mad and fed up that she was being talked back to on the internet. And got mad because Robbie called the police on her. Okay? It's just, I'm just telling it the way it is. Now, if Shipwrecked Beck got those types of comments and filed for a TRO, I would say, okay, you know, at least it was the truth. But you see how AJ's doing this? I'm not saying I approve of everything Robbie does. I'm not. Sometimes he was wrong saying that to Shipwreck Beck. Okay, everybody, I'm just being honest here. But he went to Shipwreck Beck and made peace with her. I saw that with my own eyes. I saw that with my own eyes. They made them two made up, and I'm sure that made AJ angry, and I'm sure that made her angry as hell. But then, in AJ's own words, Oh, I thought you threatened her. Okay. What did you say to her, Robbie? Exactly. Certainly. There you go, Robbie. You can explain this better than I can. Okay, let's just wait for Robbie here. He can explain everything. Yeah, I thought you said on. Hi, Robbie.
Hey, can you,
Hey,
what is this place? What, this isn't StreamYard, what is this?
this is Evumux. It's a
Huh?
newer alternative.
Oh, I like it. Uh, I like it. Okay.
Yeah, don't you like the
Does
background
it,
and everything?
yeah, StreamYard's been really crappy lately, so I might have to get
Yeah,
this one.
this has bugs in it too, but I'm trying to get the kinks
Uh,
out.
yeah. Hey, my camera's reversed. Look at
Oh,
that. How did I, uh, oh, oh. One moment, please. Oh. Oh, cool. Noise suppression. Need that when I'm getting it on, huh?
yeah.
Anyways.
So what was the
um,
thing? Shipwrecked.
so, Shipwreck Beck and I were reviewing videos of each other back and forth, and she was being a bitch, and I was being a bitch. And so I was reviewing this video of her, and she was on camera, and she was like smiling and smirking, and I made a remark reviewing her video on Save Robbie Rants, and I said, yeah, I keep smiling, that smirk's gonna look real pretty when I'm fucking done with you. And what I meant by that was when I'm done like dragging her on the video. It had nothing to do,
Right.
there was never physical threats. Shipwreck Beck and I have spoke multiple times since then and been perfectly fine. We've even been on a panel together. And
Right.
she
Which,
knows
which,
that.
which
And
I saw that months and months and months ago.
yeah.
I seen that
And
months and
she
months
even
ago.
she told me months ago in email, Shipwreck Beck, she's like, if you need anything for the courts, if you need anything, I'll give it to you, whatever. So we're cool. I don't listen. I run my mouth, but I'm not an idiot. But there are crazy people that will literally break the law to try to make you look bad, and that's exactly what that person did that you're talking about. They
Exactly.
completely lied. Uh, Everything that they said. The thing is, like, they could sit here and try to prove stuff in their videos, but they didn't prove it in court. They couldn't. So this is the
Right.
only
'Cause
place they
it never
can do
happened.
that.
But what
No.
I'm trying to say is, if if anyone had a case, if anything, that person, like AJ can't go, like if you made a threat, hypothetically, right?
Which
If
I
you said
didn't, but
something to
sure.
someone else, right? She can't just go
Mhm.
in a restraining order and say that you said it to her, because that's false.
Yeah, and Shipwreck Beck is not even in the same country
She's in
as
Canada.
us. Yeah, so it's like, look, the bottom line is, I didn't know that you needed like physical harm to get a restraining order, and I was threatening to go legal on AJ. The thing is, she beat me to it because I didn't have a poker face, and she went and she lied because she was. I mean, come on, who's stalking who here? I don't talk about her. I don't mention her on my channel. I make a point not to do that. And I see her videos pop up daily, and I just give a shit anymore because the thing is, she's making herself look like she is the aggressor. She doesn't even need to make herself look like it. She is the aggressor, and I don't care anymore. She's not worth me sitting there arguing and going on because it seems like she enjoys it, and I don't.
I just review her content because
So
it makes you laugh and she makes a fool of herself.
Well, it's not even like, to me it's not funny anymore. Of course, like, yeah, she is pretty. I mean, she is getting worse. I don't know who said that in the chat earlier, but she is definitely getting worse.
I think Locomai said that. I'm not
crazy,
sure.
triggered over the top. But in a sense, I'm kind of, well, I'm not glad she's doing it to other people, but I prayed, and see, this is an answered prayer in disguise, that people would see the way that she's treated me, and what she's doing to everybody else is exactly what she did to me. The only thing that sparked our fight was she got in a huge fight with Will the Glare, and I was friends with both, and I didn't even say anything. I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't say anything. I don't get involved in my friends' fights unless I can help or mediate. And there was no mediating that. And she was very aggressive, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going on my channel talking about the Glare to drag you. I mean, of course, I have my own issues with them now, but that's not my fight. And same thing she does to you, everybody else. You like someone, she doesn't. You're not bowing down to her and giving her what she wants. You're not hating me, so she's going to attack you, just like she does with the Glare. It's an ongoing issue, and I really think, honestly, that she really needs mental help. And that is my experience.
Absolutely, she needs mental help. And then some of my subs, some of the people, the fine people in here, noticed that during one of her streams, she sounded intoxicated.
I don't even care if she drinks or not. I don't give a shit. I don't care what she does. I mean, it's funny, like, well, it's not funny, but sitting back and just, because for the longest time, all I wanted to do was respond. And now there's just times to respond, especially with that one. And she said in one of her videos, she was like, Save Robbie said he learned his lesson and he would leave me alone. No, you got that twisted. I didn't do anything to you. I learned my lesson not to banter and argue with a psychotic person.
Right.
That's what I learned my lesson. It had nothing to do with me because I may have cussed her out and done all that, but other than that, I didn't do all the shit. I called the cops because somebody was using my identity to attack her child's channel, and she's the only person who knew that channel. Nobody else knew what that channel was. So isn't that convenient?
Yeah, and I question if that is even her child.
And even that, I don't even care. I mean, according to the paperwork, the documents, it is, and I don't care about that. I never went after her child. Not once. I think, in my personal opinion, she is the one that's dragging her child into it, and she's the one that is, like, bringing him up. And to put a video, like, him covering his face, like, that's not somebody who wants to hide and be... No, she's aggressive and hypocritical, and I just stay away from her. I stay far away from her. But when it comes to correcting things, like you said, I threatened Shipwreck Beck, that is incorrect information.
Right, but it did sound like a threat on the paper. And you did say you said that to
because she
Shipwreck
wrote
Beck.
it that way. she wrote it like a threat. She wrote everything like that because she wanted to make it sound. Listen, if somebody's threatening to go legal on you, and then you go and run to the courthouse and say they're threatening you, like physically, that is stupid. I wanted her to leave me alone for the longest time, and she just never stopped. And she never does. Still to this day, she's never stopped. Not one day goes by.
Well, I just didn't know the context in which she said it to Shipwreck Beck.
It was not, it was just like, because if you listen to the way Shipwreck Beck was reviewing my videos, we were bantering back and forth, like shit talking, but we can do that, and then we can make up. And it had nothing to do with the physical threat. That's ridiculous. And especially for her to take that, and that's the bullshit thing about audio and clipping and doing that, is that's not authenticated through the courts. If you take a clip into the court and you're not showing the full context, or it's not authenticated from an actual channel where it came from and stuff, it's worthless.
True.
And I know that
have to authenticate to make sure it's real.
Yeah, a lot. In my exhibits that my lawyer did was very thick. And the stuff, some of the things, he's like, no, we can't use that. That's not, like, there's no way to authenticate it. There's a lot of things that I authenticated that I have my case still. I have it. And thank God for that, because crazy people like that, the sad thing is, she's doing it to everybody else. And she's provoking people, she's twisting people's words, and she'll do the same thing to, I'm sure I'm not the first person she did that to.
Of course not. They don't change, a leopard doesn't change her spots.
Yeah. And AJ, I'm sure you're listening. I don't care to go back and forth with you. I think it's pretty pointless at this point, and I think you really need to do something to let go of your aggression. And I'm saying that kindly because
don't they offer don't they offer discounted or free counseling services?
I don't know what she needs. I don't know what it is she needs. Whether it's go work out. Me and her used to do work out and show each other receipts. Go do something that makes you happy, because this shit, focusing on this every day, fighting with I mean, it started with Glare, then me, and it built up, and now she's got like this whole group of people that there's multiple people for her to choose from to attack every day. And then she's like, says that people are stalking her and, harassing her. That's incorrect. You are clipping everyone. Yeah. And it's ridiculous.
And then we're only responding to her bullshit.
Yeah.
We're only reviewing and responding to it.
And I stopped doing that. Like I'll have conversations on other people's channels, or if it's something that needs to be corrected. But on my channel, no. Like, remember when you mentioned her name? I was like, nope, I don't do that here.
Right.
Because she watches me like a hawk. She will twist words and all sorts of stuff. She's not right in the head.
Oh, she's not right in the head, definitely.
Mm-mm. So that's all I want to do.
I'm just trying to tell her. I'm going to go to Robbie's channel. I'm going to go to Jamie's channel, or whoever else's channel, and Dorothy's channel. I don't care what you think.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what she says to me or does to me, it's not going to change.
Well,
so she's wasting her time.
Do you notice, like, there's multiple communities she can move to, like people she can go have positive experiences, make friendships. She has followed every single person that hates me. If I fall out with somebody, the next day she will be in their chat. She will be supporting them. That is stalker behavior. She literally groups to people. Where was her support for Pastor Mill before? Where was her support for all these people? There wasn't BX Beast Boy, all these people, Mommy Ramblings. She didn't support them until she was like, oh, yep, now we have something in common. We don't like him. Who cares? I don't care about the lies anymore. I am so used to her uploading videos on a daily basis, sometimes multiple, or posts saying what a stalker or whatever. I don't care. You can lie about me all you want to, but I have the truth and I know it, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So she needs to let it go. Because it is stressing her out, and she's stressing a lot of people out.
Yeah, she needs to let all this hatred go.
It's pure
I don't even hate AJ.
said this the other day. I don't hate anybody or anyone, but I'm pretty sure I hate her. I've grown to hate, and I'm not kidding. I was telling my friends because I don't ever hate anything or anyone. I have grown. She is such an evil and done such evil, vile, hateful, dangerous, mean stuff to me that I hate her actions and I hate who she's become. So yeah, I think I would probably do hate her, and I probably need to pray about that.
Right, and I don't blame you. So.
Yeah, she's just. It's like, how could you like something that's consistently poking at you nonstop and won't leave you alone?
Mm-hmm.
I've just gotten used to that buzzing and stinging. Like,
right.
I just got used to it.
And I don't blame anyone else for not liking her either or hating her, because she's doing this to herself, making herself look bad.
Yeah,
attacking
it's her.
People for what?
It's her own experience.
Like someone that she don't like. It's childish.
Yeah, and I'd rather be spending my time doing fun stuff, hanging out with people. We run into bull crap a lot, but like even with my parody I was doing last night, I was like, this is fun. This is like work and fun, and it's you laugh and people laugh, and that's what I like to do.
Yeah, your parody actually made me laugh my butt off.
Good, and I'm glad it made Laura laugh too, because before I even started doing it last night, I texted her and I was like, is it okay if I do a parody of you? And Armchair Detective is next. He was supposed to be.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I asked him, and I've just been slacking on that one.
Yeah, these parodies you've been doing have been pretty good. And the one Jamie's did on Captain Kangaroo was funny. It was actually funnier when Dorothy actually thought it was real.
Yeah, that was funny. I was listening. Did you see someone walking, like, right there? I swear I saw somebody walk. And I am not on the bottom floor, by the way.
I thought I saw something white, a white streak.
Scary. I'm home alone. Will you come put your foot up my ass and help keep me comfort? I love you, brutally honest. I have grown a love for you. And you're very outspoken and sweet, and I appreciate that you care enough to.
Right. It's like when Amy showed me this community. I was like watching the videos. I said, "What? Are these people actually adults, or are they actually 2-year-olds?"
Yeah, I mean the comments that is in your wallpaper from AJ. She has played over and over and like tagged Mommy Ramblings and me multiple times from when I was drunk, cussing Mommy Ramblings and her son out, which I apologize for that anymore. She blamed me for that and harassed me. So AJ will sit there and be like, oh, they're talking about the dead or they're talking... She's literally making a joke and poking at Tiffany, who didn't even get in trouble. She accidentally ran someone over and killed them, and it wasn't her fault, and AJ's making a joke out of it. That is AJ's temperament.
And it isn't funny at all.
No, it's not. I mean, that's freaking pure evil. So you know what? That evil and that hatred that she's feeling for Tiffany, maybe that's a little slice, and she has a little taste of what I felt about Mommy Ramblings blaming me for a year for doing nothing. And so finally I was like, fine, you're going to blame me for it, bitch? I'm getting drunk and I'm going to say it. And you know what? I've been feeling sick today. I'm going to walk to my refrigerator. I'm going to open a White Claw. That's what I'm going to do. And you can't stop me, brutally honest.
I'm not going to stop you.
I don't have a problem anymore with addictions, by the way.
Right.
Even though they're like, he's a drunk and look, when I was struggling, I used to say, stop bashing my sobriety, and it would really hurt me. But now, like, look how childish AJ is. She still, to this day, will poke fun at, like, stop with my sobriety. Like, I'm better than you. I have grown, obviously. I have grown. I've moved on in my life. I'm getting married. I've made good decisions. I'm with somebody who is going to be a sobriety coach and is amazing and has learned to, you learn to, what's the word? Moderation and shit like that. That's what I
Right.
So,
Yeah.
There's that.
What I was trying to say before was, you're not perfect. I don't expect
Yes,
you
I
to be.
am. I'm just kidding.
But at least but the thing with you is, at least you're learning from it. Your
That's the point
mistakes.
of living. Like, the whole point of living is, if you're on the internet and you're showing yourself often, we're all going to show our flaws and we're going to make mistakes in front of people. And that's just how life is. So these people don't allow people to make mistakes or bad decisions. And they hold it to them and they hold it to them all the time. And they, get over it. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. It's like, get a grip. Robbie's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But they expect these perfect people on here, and it doesn't exist.
Your chat doesn't show up in here, does it?
It does. You gotta I think you gotta go to the third icon or something. I don't know how it is in.
This is weird. Oh, it lets you share videos. Huh.
Yeah, you get more for free on here.
Where's my avatar? That's cool. I don't see my avatar. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with this. Is this kind of like Lemon, right? Lemon. Do you remember the other one?
I'll have to send you the link in the email, Robbie.
Okay.
And you have to play with it. You get more for free.
Sweet. Papa like.
Yep.
Papa like. But anyways, I just wanted to come up and clear that up, and I'll let you.
Oh yeah,
continue.
of course. Anytime. Anyone who wants a link that wants to set something straight, feel free.
Did you know that I haven't showered in over 24 hours? Because I'm sick. I was going to get in the shower, and instead I started cooking rice. And I melted the plastic spoon into the pan, so I ended up ordering pizza because it was
I did
plastic.
that a couple times before.
Ugh.
Don't ask me to cook for you. Don't ask anyone to cook for them.
I don't
can't
cook.
even cook for shit.
Me neither.
I can't even cook for shit. It's...
I feel ya. I mean, I can grill, like, burn stuff, because that's the way I like if I have meat. But that's another subject, you feel me? Well, I'm going to drop down. Thank you for letting me up. I might go listen to you in the shower, if you're okay with that, if you're okay with me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Being, lathering my naked body and listening, if I can go ahead and do that.
Maybe you should have Michael in there with you.
He's not here.
Aww.
So, I'm just gonna have to bring the mirror in the shower with me. Then I can see scrubbing my back better. Okay, sorry to disrupt your chat.
Oh, no problem, no problem. You're welcome here anytime, Robbie.
How do I leave this place?
Let me see here.
Switch session. You could do orgies. Local recording active. Video and audio on your device will be recorded during the whole session, regardless of being on stage. Oh!
Oh!
Brutally honest. Did you see that?
No, I wasn't even.
You guys,
I was looking at.
Everybody needs to switch over to this service. It says video and audio on your device will be recorded during the whole session, regardless if you're on stage or off stage. Meaning if some asshole comes up, peen bombing you with their face or whatever, you'll have them recorded already.
Oh.
And then you could probably report them easier. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Now I just gotta figure out. Okay. Now how do you leave this place?
I'm being recorded. Yeah, I'm being recorded, but I can't get out of here.
Okay, we just got to figure that part out. I'm new to this, so. Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna hit switch session and see what happens. Oh wait, you're gonna remove yourself? Are you gonna remove me? You can remove me.
I could remove you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now I got you out. Now let's see if I can get. Okay, there we go. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. I think I gotta kick the speaker. Her or the will Ahmad please kick the troll? Thank you. We got two that decided to join us today. Oh, how lovely. Here we go. Let's see here. I appreciate the fact you guys stick up for me, even though I'm into kids. That means a lot. Thank you, guys. ODM, get the fuck out of here. Okay? You know it's you. Wow. Some of these people, you know? Whoa, you know? You want attention? You got another one. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'll get. Okay. Mod, Mod's getting rid of it. Thank you, Jamie. Just ban them. Okay. I just wanted to comment back on the noodle thing, on the noodle mash. It's so sad. It's just so sad that it had to go down this way, but I'm just going to give you the schools of thought I've been hearing on here lately. I've been hearing one side saying, "Oh, noodle went real life." I've been hearing the other school of thought that, well, Mrs. P's mentally ill, and all this other shit. But hey, everyone has their feelings, everyone has their opinions. But stop harassing Noodle. You know, a harassing Noodle is going to get you nowhere. Okay, everybody, harassing Noodle is going to get you nowhere. So why are the hooker crew still doing it? Hooker even admitted to it that it's getting nowhere. Exactly, Samantha. So so you're defending one person with mental issues, the hooker side, and then um Mrs. P, Natasha Crowd are defending one person with mental health issues, while the other one with mental health issues gets the shaft. Now, how does that look, everybody? with all this shit. That's another form of hypocrisy. Well, I did have issues. My issue with Noodle at first was okay. I did get some misinformation. Yes, that's true. But she acted the way it looked to me was she was picking on Mrs. P with mental health issues. She kept running her mouth. And then when I called her out the first time, she says, I'm mentally ill, leave me alone. I can do whatever I want. Now she sounded like what do you how do you call it? What's the word for it? It's like I didn't know who was malingering and who wasn't. But at the same time, I was like, okay. But at the same time, I was telling her, but at the same time, I was telling Noodle, go to Robbie, go to someone, and work out a peace agreement with Mrs. P. This is what this was the point of it. You get what I mean, everybody? This was the point of it. And when I heard that she did so, that she made a peace agreement with Mrs. P, I was happy. I'm proud of Noodle Mash for that. But then Hooker had to get involved with this whole thing, had to derail this whole thing to the curb. And now we have this, and now we have Hooker and this and Natasha bitching and whining all the way to the bank. Now the other school of thought was Mrs. P wasn't treated fairly in the court proceedings. Now I'm gonna get to that for a moment. Um Mrs. P should have called her caseworker or her what's it called, mental health advocate. Noodle has one, so does she. And they probably would have helped her get an attorney or something. But or a low cost one where she can make monthly payments. I'm just being upfront and honest with everybody. Or if Natasha really cared, she would have helped her out with her lawyer. But people don't realize that. Some people don't realize that Hooker's subs or and Natasha's crowd never donated to her legal fund. So it's okay for anyone to feel just a little bit sorry for Mrs. P, but at the same time, Mrs. P made her own bed along with Hooker and Tasha. I'm just trying to put this in perspective for some people. Everyone has the right to their own feelings and opinions on the stalking order. You get what I'm saying, everybody? I'm just responding to some of the comments I've been seeing on this. I don't blame Noodle one bit. The reason is because if it was just Mrs. P mouthing off without any outside interference, maybe Noodle wouldn't take it as seriously. But when you have outside interference, such as Hooker and Natasha, that brings a different dynamic into it. It's like, wow, she's being pushed and manipulated. Is she actually going to do it? But maybe, just maybe, she would go for Noodle. You don't know this. Mrs. P is not all there in the head. So maybe Noodle just didn't want to take any chances. I'm just trying to bring this in under a perspective that everyone can understand. Just don't sit there and point the finger at everybody. Here, just try to use some common sense and logic to this. Because I've been seeing a lot of people sitting here taking a story. A lot of these people make up bullshit stories. Nobody calls them out for them. Nobody calls them out for it. Nobody asks for proof, right? And they run with the narrative. These some of these creators are coming around with. Is that right? To sit there without anything to back these accusations up, and then these people just don't believe it. For example, Natasha gets a message saying, "Oh, I get arrested for beating up my mother." I never beat up my mother. But you go, you see the example here. Someone sends her a text message or a messenger message making a frivolous claim, and someone like Natasha runs with it. Someone like Natasha runs with it, and where's the proof? Where's the pudding? Anyone can make up a story. Exactly, Amber. Get out of here, Tiger. Nobody cares if you like Natasha, Sandra Rivers. Okay? You can go wherever you like. I'm not Natasha. I'm not your cult leader. Okay? I don't know, Becca Chu. I don't know if Sandra hit her head or she was dropped as a baby. I don't know. Who knows these days? Bye, Sandra. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Becca Chu, oh my God. Call 911. Sandra needs to have her looked at. A lot of people on here need to have their heads looked at on here. Exactly, Jan. Exactly, Jan. Noodle wants this to stop. She used what she had in the law. I can agree with that, Jan. I could agree with that. I'm just not celebrating the whole thing because the whole situation is sad. When I heard she got her order, I'm not jumping up and down. You get what I'm saying? Oh yes, Jen. Celebrating, no. Be thankful. Yeah, it's just people think we're celebrating over here because Noodle got her order. No, that's not it. There are two human beings involved, and this didn't have to happen. This whole thing didn't have to happen if outside influences didn't get in, if two people didn't get involved in this whole shit. Who's Ruffles? Amber? Exactly, Jan. These women, they like to wind her up and then watch her go for entertainment purposes. This is just getting more and more pathetic. True, Samantha. Absolutely the truth. And Patty G, I'm sure people told her that, but that wasn't the truth, was it? She's not untouchable. Mrs. P is not untouchable. The judge actually told her, right? You got a point there, Navigator. I never thought of it that way, in a way. Maybe because she hasn't been held responsible before, and now that she has, maybe she's thinking in a way, she's thinking in a manner that I've been held responsible for once. What the hell's going on here? And maybe she'll rethink her behavior from now on. It's like with me, I knew Mrs. P. I knew Mrs. P had problems. I knew she had problems. I never excused her bad behavior. I never, but I'm just trying to tell everybody how to handle their feelings in a more constructive way instead of going off on Mrs. P. It's like, okay, if you don't like her channel, right? I understood why at the time, right? I'm sure she went off on Patty G here, used her or whatever. I don't know what your situation is, Patty G. Okay. But the nobody should be sending her a Mr. P threatening emails, calling the police on her for no reason, going real life on her, antagonizing her and her on her lives on her lives. It just gave her an excuse to cry victim. It just gave Mrs. P. You get what I'm saying, everybody? It gave her the excuse to cry victimhood to fill her cash in. Okay? It just gave Mrs. P a reason. Exactly, Patty G. Noodle never threatened Mrs. P. This is the thing. And her lies, Mrs. P's lies were actually getting dangerous. I never excused it. I never excused her behavior. I would never excuse it. This is the thing, you know? Oh, and I'm sure many people did. I've seen people excuse it. People like Extinct Tube. People like Extinct Tube sit there and excuse it and start making these memes on Noodle, and it what's diddlers mean? Is that a dirty nickname for Noodle? True, Monique. True. Absolutely. They excuse it and they say she can't help it. Well, but she is able to learn. She is able to learn to crochet. She can learn to do needlepoint. So she is able to learn things. So she can learn from the consequences of people's actions. Oh dear. Okay. So she can learn from her behavior from all this. So it's like, but some of these people just that they're coddling her. They cuddle her and up, and then they say, "Oh, she did nothing wrong. She's mentally disabled." And says, "I wasn't going to give Noodle back then a pass either, even though I wasn't being told the whole story." You see where I'm getting at, everybody? At least, but here's the thing. At least Noodle pulled up her pants, her big girl pants, and went up and tried to make peace. At least I have respect for that. I have a lot of respect for that, everybody. How many people sit there and own their shit on here? I'm not saying I'm perfect. That isn't true, Monique. They have to have grounds to do that. They have to have grounds to actually do that, but there really isn't any grounds because if Noodle lost, maybe her point of appeal is the judge didn't throw Natasha Cooper out the court. That might be her only Exactly, Monique. Noodle had her receipts for everything. It came it came down to, did Mrs. P make threats of physical harm towards Noodle? That was the burden under the law. That was the burden that had to be proved. And as long as Noodle had that, get rid of the fourth, please. You're dismissed. Bye bye. I don't know if it's a crime. Is it a crime, Patty G? I don't think it's a crime, but it's definitely stalking. Oh yes, the grifting game. Yes, she's been doing that for a very long time. Oh really, Patty G? Oh, I didn't know that. I had to probably look that up. You see, even I don't know everything. Even I don't know everything. I have to look up laws just like everybody else. Yeah, Jamie's a mod. Amber is a mod. Hold on, let me see. A lot of people getting banned tonight. Oh yes, it is a Class C felony in Oregon. Yeah, to violate the halt order. So I really do hope that Mrs. P learned something from this, though, because I even said to Portland Archives, I'm not even gonna really do much coverage of Mrs. P unless if she's doing her arts and crafts or is just leaving people alone. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse over this, but I'm just going by the comments people are making and I'm just making my feelings known and people's feelings known. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. If Mrs. P wants to talk, there's the truth. There is the truth here. Don't sit there and falsely accuse Jamie of shit. Don't falsely accuse Robbie of shit. Don't falsely accuse anyone of shit. I'm really fed up with it. The rules apply to Mrs. P too. And I wasn't bullying Mrs. P. I was just calling out her lies. Okay, this is a lie. I was telling Mrs. P to prove this. And even when Mrs. P went on Robbie's panel, I knew screaming at Mrs. P wasn't going to get anywhere. Right, everybody? I asked her point blank, Where is Tiffany's apology? Where is Jamie's apology? 'Cause I think they deserved one, right? But the only one being apologized to there was Robbie. That's how I knew that was that the apology wasn't genuine. I was wondering if it was genuine or not. But then Mrs. P goes and says, "I hate you, Robbie." I think was it the next day or the day after? Yeah. Carolyn comes, starts her crap with draining his GoFundMe. Yeah, and then that wasn't right, and Robbie had every right to speak up on it and tell everyone what she was doing. But Mrs. P had to put her 2 cents in, as always, and had to be really nasty about it. Yeah, if she keeps responding, I think this whole thing needs to stop. This is just on me. It's done and over with, everybody. It's done and over with. Noodle got her order. You got her anti-stalking order. Now leave it alone. Now I see Hooker on her wall keeps making putting up these sick little memes on her, on Noodle. Can they at least let this rest, and can they at least get it through their heads? It's like there's nothing they could do about it now. If they really wanted to help Mrs. P, they could have just donated to her legal fund, but they don't care. Oh, there's another one. Underground trafficking, ODM. Get a grip. Yeah, Daria, because you wouldn't want an apology from her, probably because it isn't genuine. Jan reporting these, I don't know really. To be honest with you, it takes forever from what I'm getting at my end. 'Cause I think YouTube gets so many reports daily, it takes like forever for them to do something. Maybe that's why they keep doing it. Excuse me, G? Are you threatening me? Really? Does that make you warm and fuzzy inside? Wow. Yeah, she should have just took it seriously. I don't think Mrs. P took anything seriously until the court hearing, Patty G. That's just my honest opinion here with this whole thing. But if some of these players like Hooker or Natasha want to keep it up, I'm sure Noodle can accommodate them too in some way or manner. Absolutely, Tracy. She only went on panels to say sorry to Robbie because Natasha was on his panel, and I was there. Remember? And I was the one questioning Mrs. P because I didn't buy it for 1 second. I didn't buy it for very good reason because she acts up. She starts in right, apologizes. It's a whole cycle with her. It's an entire cycle. It's an entire cycle, and then when she does apologize, sometimes she says, "Oh, I'm sorry." Okay, she made an apology to Sally Ann, and she made an apology to this one and that, just because, and then she puts the blame on Jamie and Tiffany. Excuse me? I was there the night, she pulled her little stunt with Jamie. Jamie has every right to disagree or agree with anything that Mrs. P does or anybody does. He has the right to call anybody out he wishes. Okay? But instead of being patient and raising her hand like a school child, raise his hand and be patient, talk about it with Jamie. She just fired up alive and started firing off her mouth. And then the next day she started burning. She cut up a shirt, cut up the shirt that she got. Yup. A lot of you have been was there. You can a lot of you were there. So it's yeah, because at first I was like saying, what the hell's going on here? But then for the next few days, I was like, I'm watching Mrs. P and I was watching her behavior, and I was like, what? So now you're blaming everything on Jamie. You're blaming everything on Tiff. You're calling her trans. And I says, what? Now Hooker's involved. This, and then I told someone in the chat to stop going real life on people. And then the next comment I tried to make, I was timed out. Oh, ODN is alive and well. Oh yeah, we're not abandoning Jamie. No, no, no. Absolutely, Samantha. They need to grow the fuck up and stop being crybabies about the whole thing. Oh, thank you, Tracy. You just reminded me. Well, there's a particular person when I was watching a few streams last night that's using the same language as one of them over there. I'm just gonna say this. I know who you are. I sent um your new little alt to a few people, and you're not fooling me. So you can go around on your alt thinking, well, I could play both sides of this whole issue. I could sit there and laugh, bully Noodle Mash. I could play the other side of this and not support Mrs. P. Be one of us. But at the end of the day, you can't change who you are. So I'm just putting that out there. You said some things that you usually say, and we're not that stupid here. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it at that. I'm just gonna say we're watching. I'm watching you. We're watching you. You're not gonna get into our little chat. 'Cause I already sent emails warning people to at least take a look at your new alt extinct tube. If it is you, I'm not gonna sit there and accuse you of anything because I have no solid proof yet. But if you're coming around trying to play both sides and trying to start trouble, let me just put it this way: you're wasting your time. Exactly, Patty G. Is I never insulted anyone for their physical deformities. I never mocked Mr. P for her appearance. As many times as she's lied on here or went off on people, because that's just wrong. That's just plain old wrong. You got to have some boundaries on here. And some of these people, like these so-called disability advocates, as you say, some of them don't have boundaries. Okay, Jan, I'm gonna answer that. It's divided over there. Natasha turned on Hooker. So Hooker is all on her own, all by herself, with her own subs. It's like the royalties have been divided. if that makes any sense. Hey, Siren. We got lots of trolls here tonight. Well, Daria, they have a we have a legal burden here for insanity for a reason. It's she knows what she's doing is wrong, and she knows what she's doing. As long as she meets those two criteria, she's responsible for her actions legally. Now, mental competence is a totally different test, which the judge actually addressed in court. So they had to make sure that Mrs. P knew what was going on around her, knew the severity of the actions against her, and could assist in her own defense or could defend herself on her own. That's legal competence in a way. Yeah, that's what they want us to believe, Siren. But did they? I was reading Hooker's community wall, and I think some Hooker does have her supporters, her hard supporters, and they have turned their back on Natasha, and they're taking Hooker's side over this whole thing. So it's and the apology video. It's so convenient. The timing was so convenient on that. It is so convenient. It's like the day before court or the day 2 days before court. I forget which it was, but it's like the timing is so convenient. Oh, I'll send you. Yeah, I'm gonna make some more mods. Don't worry about it. Really, Tracy. I don't think she's that bright. Gets up. Who comes up with a name like that for body parts? You get what I'm saying? Who who does that? It's like normal women don't use tits. Wouldn't come up with the screen name tits or boobs up. They use something more personable. They find something, or their okay, maybe their first name, or you see Tracy here, she just goes by her first name for hers. You have Patty with her first name and her last initial. You see, we have Donnie here that just goes by his first name. Doesn't mean it's their real name, but hey, we have Jan here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, I will be handing out more wrenches, probably tonight or tomorrow before I go live. So hold on. I'll hand out temporary ones. Hold up. Wait, I'm here. I'm just giving out a few. Okay, hold on. I'm just looking here real quick. I'm just looking at making sure I get the right one. Okay, I got one more. I can't find another person, so I can't find everybody. Okay, Patty G, you're temporary, so alrighty. Yeah, I just can't find everybody in a hurry. Yep, get them. Yeah, if they want to sit here and Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I know you're there, Breezy. I can't find you in the list, you know? Well, that's okay, Becca Chew. That's all right. Oh boy, these yeah, these idiots, they keep coming. They just keep coming tonight. Whoa. Yeah, so let's just get to the end of this. I'll be handing out new wrenches. Apparently, I'll be needing them. These trolls don't want to give up. So next time I go live, yeah, there'll be new wrenches here. So okay, I've been on for like 2.5 hours, almost 2.5 hours now. So I guess it's time to go for tonight. Thank you, Patty G. Thank you so much. It's just a shame that the audio went out before. So all right, see you all later. Jamie will be on in a little bit. So till next time.